Welcome everybody to the No Pod Just Cast show. Hey, we're here tonight. We're going to give you a couple of topics that we're sure that you're going to like. The first one we're going to be, why is it hard for men to sometimes express themselves to their significant other? And the second one is going to be about soul ties. What's up, fella man? How was y'all day today?
Not bad at all, brother. As always, eyes open, blessed, glad to see everybody.
Hey man, I'm telling you straight up, my day is always amazing because I make sure of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Correct.
have my joy no matter what, bro. So I don't have bad days, man. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
you.
I
I
like
feel you.
that. Nobody
That
steals
is
your joy. Nobody steals
Correct,
it.
correct.
Nobody
straight up.
steals it.
Well, it was hot for my day today.
Oh yeah.
How
Even
hot
with the
was it though?
AC on, my dashboard said 103.
Good
So
gracious.
I had to hurry up and get back in the house. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So, fellas, this is a topic I know there's always sometimes a barn burner. Um, why is it hard for men to sometimes express themselves to their significant others?
I can I can give you a little something. I can, from based off my experiences, when you're going through that whole courting phase when it's all happy, everything is happy and amazing and just full of joy. That
Right,
phase,
right.
uh
Honeymoon, honeymoon.
honeymoon phase, that part right there, bro.
That's it.
I think what happens is a lot of times, at least from my experience, once you get past the honeymoon phase and you find out who the person is, you gotta make sure that the person you're dealing with is a supportive individual. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So if
man,
you
that's
you
correct.
know if you got some things either professionally or hobbies going on, you got to make sure they're supportive. So if you got somebody that's, in my opinion, just constantly saying, "Hey, you shouldn't do that. I don't know about that. Man, you too old for that." Whatever the case may be, that'll kind of stop you from, being expressive. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like
mm.
if I feel like if every idea or every hobby, whatever I'm doing, just getting shot down, dog, clack clack. You know what I'm saying? Then that would make me like feel a kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So I think I would be less expressive because of the way that my expressions are basically being received. You know what I'm talking about?
Right,
Mm,
right.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's my
Because it
thought.
can get misinterpreted sometimes and
Right,
it can
right.
blow up on you.
Hmm.
My thought is I think it's a little deeper for me. I might kind of go to the deeper to the why. And I think a lot of times it comes from being how we was raised in some places. Because sometimes when you as a childs are innocent. We're innocent as children. We don't know no better. We just if we're happy, we're gonna be show happiness. If we sad, we just go cry. But sometimes we have parents where they may feel a little embarrassed on so many occasions about maybe how you express yourself and act, or it might be a little embarrassing to them. So it gets to a place to me after a while it's I think it comes from the way we grew up at times or the way our parenting was at times. Because examples, you get a toy at the store. You know how sometimes you see a kid get their favorite toy at the store, they get to jumping and squealing or yeah, ow. And the parent be like, boy, or girl, shut up. What's wrong with you? But it's kind of like restricting our way to express, the freedom to express.
Yeah,
So
kind
it
of take,
does,
taking your joy. Like you got that Hot Wheels right in your hand, and they
yeah,
telling you to "Hey, calm down."
yeah,
You like,
right.
hold on now.
Right. And then if you are a kid that grew up with a father, your dad takes pride, a man takes pride into their kid about growing up. Like I got a son, I got to make sure he's tough, I got to make sure he is. But we always tend to take away allowing them to express themselves, cry,
Mm.
be upset when they can be upset. I get it. There's a time and place for everything. But sometimes that time or place, it still doesn't get delivered. It's still
Okay.
not allowed to do that.
Mm.
So, Smoke, I'm just trying to follow you. So, how does that relate to a man expressing himself to his significant other?
Well, it does because if we can't express ourselves to our own parents, we take that through life.
Okay.
We take
So
that
it's
through life.
so it's learned behavior. That's what you're saying.
It's learned behavior.
Right.
100%.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. And I think sometimes the other issue is after being in a relationship so long, women tend to take away our expression as well because if we express ourselves in a different way, like crying, some women, what the heck he crying for?
Right. Right. You're a punk.
You're a punk,
Right. Be a man up.
man
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes those are triggers for me. It's
Right.
like, oh man, I remember my mama told me this. Oh, I remember my dad told me this. And I think a lot of times it doesn't come from us being in fear of our spouses or our significant one, others getting mad at us, but it's something that was rooted in us from childhood.
Right. Well, for me, I think it's a lot of things that play with it. That that comes into play. Sometimes you ever notice like um, when you and your spouse, and let's use the male and female dynamic. So a woman, if she sees something that you did that she don't like, sometimes depending on the type of woman that you're dealing with, she's gonna say something right there, or she's gonna say something immediately once you leave. Hey, I didn't like it when you did that. Or if you did something crazy like got caught talking to another woman or something like
Yeah.
that, right? But it's like once you find something that they have done and you bring it to their attention, it's like, okay, so why you so mad? Why you staying mad so long? So then that sometimes make you um, kind of unease with expressing yourself a lot of times
Yeah, because
because
men,
Yeah,
because it's
bro.
like every time I say something, I should let it roll off my back.
well, yeah, because as men, we want, as they say, we want peace. We'd rather have peace
Correct.
than controversy.
Facts.
And not saying that women want controversy, but they're more into dealing with it better than men. And that's just where I see. I'm just like a lot of times I would rather just surrender, or as they say, be more submissive than argue.
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna be real, smoke. I think they're using their beauty, their body, and all that against us to make us go ahead and conform to not staying mad long. That's what
Cut
I
it
think
out.
it is. That's what I think it is.
Man, listen,
Ooh.
bro.
Because they can stay mad at us for as long as they want.
That's very
Oh, for
true.
sure.
As long as
That's
they
very true.
want. They'll put us on the couch.
It's
They
kind
make
of
us, you know.
I ain't doing
it's
that.
it's kind of
I
Well,
ain't
like
I
doing
mean,
that
I
though.
don't, I don't, I don't do it either. But I'm just saying.
I think the reaction is everything, though, bro.
I'll
Like
pay
if
the
I'm
I'll
if,
pay
Right.
if,
I'll pay
if I'm
bills in
coming
the
off,
crib. I'm not sleeping on no couch.
I don't do that. I don't sleep on nobody's couch,
We're gonna
bro.
sleep
I don't
together.
either, man.
We
I
Period.
ain't got,
don't either.
we can
That's
sleep in the same
understood at the
bed.
very
You ain't gotta
beginning.
touch me. I ain't got to touch
Right. Correct.
That's
Right.
fine.
But
I ain't,
I'm
Correct.
gonna listen every night. I'm sleeping in the bed. I don't sleep on nobody's
Yeah.
couch. Ain't no dog. I don't know no dog
Hey,
house, bro. I
get
don't
on your
own no
side.
dog, and I ain't
Get
no
on your
damn dog.
side.
You understand? But a lot of time it's a lot of time it's the reaction from the expression. Like if I express myself, bro, I'm feeling good. I'm confident about what I'm about to tell you, and then you just once it's like you just shoot me down, bro. Like now
Right.
I'm gonna be like it's just gonna really like back me in the corner. So now I got these thoughts in my head. Dang, I really can't say nothing to her because she gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like it just it just really puts you in a place, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if like I think that's a lack of just being supportive and at least listening to you,
it could be.
listen to us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like if you don't feel supported and you feeling like everything you doing ain't gonna be well received, it kind of just puts you in a real shutdown mode. And in
Well,
my
yeah,
opinion, when you get to that, you gotta maybe seek counseling or something because
yeah. Or sometimes,
that ain't healthy, man.
just sometimes we have to reevaluate ourselves, especially the women. Is like, hey, wait a minute, he's not talking to me like he used to, or he don't talk to me that much. I
Right.
want to know. I need to know why?
Hmm.
Like be more concerned. Like, why am I not talking to you? Or why it seems like if you ask me a question like, "What you want for dinner?" It's up to you, babe.
Right.
You want to go to the movies? I go whatever you want to go see, babe.
Mm.
Because
That's
we in society, us men, we have kind of like grown to just want no controversy.
that's that peace part you just
We
talking about.
don't.
I say
It's
that,
all peace, you know. We
bro.
don't.
We just
Some
like
some guys are scared if they make the girl mad, they ain't gonna get no booty.
right.
Let's be honest.
That
So
is
yeah, so it's
peace
like,
part.
like you said earlier, show. It's kind of like I feel like sometimes our inability to express ourselves, they use it as a weapon.
Mhm. I'm gonna take it a step
It,
further.
it feel like that sometimes.
I'm gonna take it a
It
step
does.
further. I was in a situation where I couldn't be expressive. It was never really well meant, but I would have other, female friends, literal platonic friends, nothing going on, like true friends.
Hmm.
Get their opinion on something, talk to them about it, and we can just conversate more. Now, granted, they wasn't, we ain't in no relationship, nothing like that. But I think that kind of worked because it allowed them to really be honest about, what I'm saying, whatever the question was, whatever. But for me to express myself with them and then just to get a positive reaction, not necessarily saying what I want to hear, but just to like, just kind of, somebody to get that fresh point of view on what I'm talking about and just for it to be received well. And I would rather talk to these people versus talking to my significant other. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty bad.
But then that just becomes a problem in the household. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
now, if it's ever found out, oh, you talking to this person about whatever the case is, and then you're like, oh, well, I can't talk to you about it because you always X, Y. That's an argument. You
It
tell a
is,
woman you talking to another woman about anything, bro. Now that's an argument. So it's like
and,
you
and
really can't win. You know
yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
sometimes women feels like, oh, you always fussing. Look, I'm just telling you what's on my mind. I'm just telling you what's on my. No, I'm not fussing. I'm just telling you what's on my mind.
Right.
I'm allowed. I should be allowed to express myself, but see, that's the thing.
Mm,
You get that. What you call it? Restriction.
mm,
So it's like the less and less I complain, the more peace it'll be.
really. Your household is just
But
that much more
but but
peaceful.
yeah, but on the inside here, we're not really happy, or we're not really that satisfied.
That's true.
So then it turns
Uh,
into and then it turns into what? Frustration.
Mm,
correct.
What you call, what's another one? Low expectations, and
right.
on and on and on. You can name
It's,
you this
it's
list, these
a
fingers here.
domino effect, bro. It's a domino effect.
It's a
Cause
domino.
look, now when you ask her, when you ask her, hey, what's for dinner? She gonna tell you, go tell that. You know what I'm saying? Go tell that bitch to go cook you something. The one you've been talking to again. Oh my god, bro, you can't win.
Right.
Then if
Well, I'm
I
gonna
ask,
say this. I'm gonna
Can't
say
win.
this. I'm gonna say this. So it's almost like there could be a couple more topics that we could talk about at a later time. But you said something earlier about um, when she shut down your ideas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have you ever dealt with that woman who always telling you, "I think you should do this. I don't like that idea. You need to do this instead." You have this idea in your head. You really think it's going to work.
Right,
He's always telling you, "I think you should do this."
right.
Right? And now, smoke. You said one. This is another topic that we need to discuss on at a later date. What's the difference between being satisfied in a relationship and happy in a relationship? So,
whoo,
so if y'all want to hear some more of these topics, we want y'all to hit the like and subscribe button to hear some more of the No Pod Just Cash show.
hey y'all, man, something just popped up. I got an idiot alert for everybody.
So you got the
Y'all,
idiot alert.
oh yeah, you want to know who is it about?
Let's
You
talk
want to know who
about
is
it,
it
bro.
about? All right,
Who's
let's talk.
about smoke?
Man, once again, Antonio Brown is back in the
No.
news for attempted murder. He has a warrant out for attempted murder, and now he has fled the country.
Say what?
Oh, I'm gonna say it again. The man has fled the country. He is
Say
wanted for attempted murder.
Oh my god.
So the
bro.
story is okay. So the story is
Oh, this dude.
he was in a bar, got into a fight, and I guess some of his crew and whoever he was with, entourage was with, yeah, some things done went down that could have been close to murder. So the man done fled. the country, not the state, the country.
These United States, he has left.
Right.
Basically.
Just left.
Okay.
So when you say attempted murder, is the guy the person that he fought, or group of people he fought, are they in critical condition or something like that?
Now that part there, the detail,
It's
don't
not.
have the
Oh,
detail
okay.
to that.
Right,
But I
right,
mean,
right.
when you say attempted murder,
Yeah, he
Let's
tried,
start
but he
with
didn't. He
first of
tried, but he
all,
didn't accomplish.
yeah.
Right.
And plus two, probably need to look at the term, what it exactly mean. But I mean, for the man to flee the country, I mean, let's say Antonio Brown has a list of idiotic things he's done in the past.
right.
Yes, he does.
And if you
I
fleeing
mean,
like that, you
I mean,
probably-
like right now, I'm going to list him for 2025 Idiot of the Year award.
okay.
Oh my God.
He
got the
got to
whole
be
award.
right
bro.
now. No, he ain't got it, but he is the top nominee right now. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, okay. Oh, he got
see,
nomination.
right? Because see,
And we're
this
halfway through the year, so that's saying a lot.
this is a PSA. Every 5 minutes or 5 seconds, there's an idiot in the world. An idiotic event happens
It's
every
going.
5 seconds on the
Right.
planet.
Facts.
Well, you sound like
Public-
Morgan Freeman.
Yes. There's a PSA right here, y'all boys and girls. There's a idiot that's born every 5 seconds. Antonio
Man.
Brown has taken quite a big share of the idiotic things he's done in the world. But enough of that Morgan Freeman voice. Yes. So what y'all think about this, Antonio Freeman? I mean, let's not go back to when he walked off the field and took his jersey.
Yeah, I was
shirt,
just about to
shoulder
talk
pads,
about that. I was just about to say something about that. You know,
Oh.
it's like
Mm.
ever since his cat, he's never had a humble spirit. You
No.
know, he's never been someone. I mean, yes, he was one of the greatest wide receivers to play the game
I'm
at
gonna have to
one
agree.
point.
I think he's a
Mhm.
bad boy.
Yeah,
Skills,
and
bro. Period.
and he came over some odds. You know what I mean? He didn't go to a major Power Five school. He went to a Power Five school, but was considered a Power Five. You know, like a major, like your Alabamas and your Georgias or your Florida States. You know, however.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude got into the league and was right up there in the top two. At one point, he was like number one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that one hit he took was it from forget somebody hit him real hard and that just froze up like a mannequin.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if he had the CTE or, you know, or whatever, but
It was something, dog.
he has not been right ever since.
Since that.
And he just consistently keep embarrassing himself by doing, as Smoke said, idiotic things.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best.
So this dude leave a game in the middle of the fourth quarter,
Mm-hmm.
take the whole jersey off, shoulder pads, elbow pad, whatever he had on, and run out there half naked. You know, he had his football pants on still, but dude, I don't know, man. Hey, I'm gonna pray for that brother because he needs some help.
Yeah,
He needs some help.
It's obviously got a lot going on, man. Like,
Yeah.
sure in his personal life, man, but it's like, yeah, his actions, bro, are not those of an individual that cares. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who's appreciative of the position that, you know what I'm saying, that they're in, man. Because, you know, people are probably for real just do anything, bro, just to, you know what I'm saying, get in the NFL, bro. So like, yeah, those actions, dog, it makes you wonder, like, you know, what's going on, like, really upstairs, man. I personally believe he needs some, you know, a psychological exam. I'm pretty sure he'll be diagnosed with something, bro. Because I don't know if that, like you said, that hit initiated it, but that was a breaking point. Like, it changed something. Something went left.
Yeah.
Not really sure about that, man. But yeah, but for him to do this, bro, like a man in his position, to end up in this place, bro, I mean, who saw that coming, bro?
We all did. He's Antonio Brown.
That is, bro. I mean, well, I say the attempted murder part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man. I mean, I can see him getting in the brawl.
but I didn't see that,
Hey,
bro.
man, this guy here is trying to level up his stupidity, and he's got it right now. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
bro.
go. He's definitely top nominee for Idiot of the Year. I mean, there's more to come.
There's
Right.
more to
Oh
come,
yeah.
right?
It's
Every
gonna be
5
brand
seconds,
more.
boys and girls, there's an idiot
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, man.
I mean, we just had one, but we'll talk about that later too. Yeah. So
36-year-old man. God,
Come
tragic.
on, bro.
tragic.
Truly,
Yeah.
bro. Truly.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So fellas, did y'all see the video of Tiffany Haddish talking about soul ties?
I'll tell you what, pause. Let's play that video, man, for everybody to see.
Here's my theory, and I could be completely wrong, and the internet probably gonna destroy me for this, but I think women that have more than 2 baby daddies usually have some sort of mental illness.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, because you're getting genetically modified too much. I think, okay, so this is what I know. Every time you get pregnant, right, there's stem cells that come from that baby, and that's them stem cells end up behind your eyes and your brain and your heart and your lungs and stuff and help your organs heal while the baby taken from you. And those stem cells will always stay with you, right? So that means that man is always in you. And that is why,
Ooh, that makes
the Bible says you will only desire your husband. Correct. This is why you gotta use condoms, because that baby better get up inside you, and the uterus is very porous, much like the mouth, right? So when anything goes up in there, it automatically the uterus starts to absorb it. It starts going through the vaginal walls and all that, and the blood it gets into the bloodstream, right? And so it takes
get in there.
so it takes like 6 weeks to get a man out of your system if you have unprotected sex, and it's because he's starting to bind to your DNA, right? And that's why it's couples when they be together too long, they start looking alike. You start looking like him.
Wow.
Like it's not the guy don't start looking like her. She start looking like him because he is genetically modifying her. And every time you get pregnant by him, you start to get modified, right? So if you get pregnant by multiple peoples, right, that's multiple spirits, multiple thoughts, multiple modifications from a different DNA strain to have mental stress.
So fella, what y'all think about that video that we just saw?
It's deep. It's real deep because I think, in my opinion, I just think there might be some truth behind it.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds weird when you talk about DNA and sperm absorbs into the DNA and that person is a part of your DNA. Now, that it sounds strange, but I think maybe it could be maybe like when they say intimacy, it might be an intimate maybe that's like saying that's an intimate connection with that person for the rest of your life.
Well,
Mike,
I might have a conflicting opinion on that. I personally believe it's a bunch of hogwash, man. And I guess I'm not really a superstitious person. I guess maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but I feel like, when it comes to like being in those relations, like what part of it allows these demons or these spirits or whatever the case may be to either like enter or influence, oneself. So my thing is, if that is the case, is it the penetration, male and female? Is it the intercourse part of it? Or like at what part? Because otherwise, think about it. Like, how many people have you met in your lifetime, right?
Mhm.
And you knew sometimes you meet some good people, you get good vibes from good people. Some people be having, people have questionable, just the personalities, intentions, and just people just be weird, you know what I'm saying? So you get like a bad vibe. I guess I'm more about like a vibe more so than this is something internal and now you got all these, because you've had all this intercourse, now you've got all these, I don't know, spirits, whatever the case may be. That's weird. I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that. I believe that you deal with people, and I feel like you can get say, if you're dealing with somebody positive, you'll learn from that person, and you know what I'm saying, they'll kind of, you get that kind of, I guess, vibe from them or whatever. It's a good positive person. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna help to energize you and just make you more maybe optimistic, just kind of help you out, like, mentally, and just kind of help you to live a more fulfilling life, maybe. Then you got like the bad people over here. Let's say that they into doing some carjackings and bank robs and stuff like that. So if you're dealing with them, more than likely, like that's what they doing. So if you in their world, you're gonna be doing that same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like, for the most part, I feel like it's your choice. If you choose to hang out with some crazy people, then that's kind of like what you're gonna kind of become. You know what I'm saying? But if you hang out, on the other hand, with positive people who are doing great things, community work, community service, I'm talking about, maybe going to church and things like that, then you're gonna become an even better person because you align yourself with those values. So I just feel like more so than what she said, I think that's garbage. But so if I have intercourse with this chick, like somehow, I'm getting some. No, bro. No.
Well, to be a little more deeper, she's really talking about the ejaculation part of it, not actually the intercourse part. She's saying that's why she requires every man she has sex with to wear a condom, so that DNA, the sperm, won't go inside her DNA.
Yeah, I heard something a little different, but go ahead.
That's what I understood. Is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, Shaw.
I heard her saying that when you are having intercourse with someone, she was explaining the walls of a woman and how you have your different juices that's flowing. It's like it's absorbing in your skin, right?
Ooh.
So let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
You said it's hogwash, and smoke. I think we all can attest that we've all experienced this. And first of all, we are spiritual people anyway. Whether you claim you spiritual or not, we are spiritual people. Has there ever been a woman that you dated and you've had intercourse with her and you knew she was crazy, but because that thing was good, you couldn't get away from it?
You want me to answer that?
Yeah.
Anybody. Okay, bro. When it comes to that intercourse, man, look here. Yeah, you probably knew that was crazy, but at the end of the day, you just wanted some coochie, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You had a problem, and she was able to help you solve that problem. So her being crazy or not is a non-factor. The only thing is, that's more like emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of women are quite emotional.
Yeah.
So if we have intercourse, and I just want that part of it, which is just the intercourse. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna provide that. I'm sorry?
I said typically that's how men are. But we know women are emotional creatures, but emotion is tied to spirituality.
That may be the case, bro. Like I mean, if that's what you want to believe, but I got a problem, she can help me solve it. That's all that is. Now, if she gets emotional thinking that somehow what we just did means I'm finna just live the rest of my life with you, that might not be the case. We just agreed that we finna do some adult behavior right here, and that's all it is. So we have no conversations, and we have no conversations about that, like the future and all that. Hey, if we cool and we just, you know what I'm saying, bumping nasties, if you will, bro. Look at here. It is what it is, bro.
It ain't no pillow talk. It ain't like,
bro,
bro.
Getting none of that.
You let her talk to what you about to do? What you about to get
right?
into?
You know how we do, bro. Yeah, so right.
Just jump right on into it.
Get up early in the morning. Gotta get up early in the morning.
Right. Just like Double Dutch, man. You just want the rope to be already be turning, so you
know what I'm saying? That is, bro. Right. That's it. That Double Dutch, bro. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah.
Double Dutch. So we call it a Double Dutch love.
Right. That's it. But even if even if you have intercourse without that protection, first of all, I guess you really trust her or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I guess maybe too, I'm at an age where that ain't the lifestyle I live, you know what I'm saying, with multiple women, with, you know what I'm saying, engaging in unprotected sex with multiple women. Oh no, sir. But But I guess if you are doing that, nah, I'd be more concerned about catching an STD or having a baby than I would some soul ties. And man, I ain't thinking about all that, bro. I'm thinking about STDs and babies.
Yeah,
I don't want neither one of them now. Either one of them. That's all I care about. I don't care nothing about none of that other stuff. None of it. You feel me?
Right. Well, hey, man, we have to agree to disagree on this topic, and I agree with her that you do end up having, some type of soul tie with the person.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Well, before you say you agree, I mean, what exactly are you agreeing with the whole thing or just some parts of the thing?
No, I agree that when you have intercourse with someone other than your wife or your husband, and you just having casual sex, it does you do have a spiritual connection there, you know, but that's about what the Bible says, and I truly believe in that, and I've had some soul ties in the past. That's why I asked that question.
Right.
Have you ever dealt with a woman that you knew she wasn't right?
No,
you was sleeping with her. I mean, but I can admit that I did. You know what I'm saying? So
no, my case has always been the after effect.
Right. Talk about that. Smoke.
It's like it's like that. You put on your best behavior to after the deed is done, and then next thing you know, as the world turns, you start noticing strange things. You start noticing, wait a minute, am I tripping? I mean, she got mad over that. She ain't never done that before. But it's steady. Once they get more comfortable, it steady progresses. And sometimes we just gonna have to admit, boy, that crazy boo to be something. Oh, boy, be something good, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we just gonna have to admit, bro. I mean, we just being in sometimes.
Hey, man. But look though, for me, that was the soul tie. I would let things slide.
So is that so? So are we soul tied to it, or could that? I mean, because it sounds like to me it don't get.
I mean, it goes both ways. It goes both ways because women, women get connected to. You know what I'm saying? It depends on. It depends on.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
It depends on their personality. Some people do. I mean, how many guys we know? If there was you knew this girl was promiscuous, and everybody went down that street, one of them always keep going back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's always the one that
it's always keep going back. That's I got to go back. You know what I'm saying?
That dude, that's the dude that can't eat but one Lay's. He got to eat more than one Lay's.
Right. That is, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You
gotta be okay with the one and done sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the one and done's all right. It's like, okay, so I want to avoid a problem here.
Right.
So yeah, but I feel like but with men though, I feel like, when it comes to that, soul ties, whatever, I feel like we typically, when it comes to like if you meet a young lady, whatever y'all got going on, and it becomes, sexual. For us, it's usually just that. Like, not that we don't care about them or we don't, not that we don't care about them, but
we're
just
naturally hunters.
Right. So, not to sound, too wild, but it sounds like for us, it's almost just something to do. Like it's, like I said, it's a means to it's a problem solve. I got a problem, she can help me solve it. That is. Typically with women, it's more like, if they once they give it to you, it's more emotional, bro. So bump a soul tie, I think it's just the nature of people. Like it's just the nature of people. If you hang around with people,
in other words, is it safe to say that it's more of a soul tie for the woman than it is for the man?
I would say, yeah. I would say, yeah.
Okay, so listeners, give us your comment in the chat. Hit the like and subscribe button and comment in the chat. Do you think that soul ties is real? All right.
That is, man.
This is the No Pod Just Cash show.
That's it.
See you on the next one.
Peace. Indeed, man. We out. Y'all be easy.
A-Town down.